There's been this old guy right there at that intersection at Walmart when you turn onto the 4-lane to come to my house. He's been sitting there in the middle, in the median, holding up the sign, said the U.S. is not free, like this big giant sign. He's like this old dude, got a beard like down to here. He's wearing bell bottoms and shit. Like looks like something straight up out of the '60s protest type stuff. And I went and talked to him though. His name's Richard. He's a little crazy. I was asking him, hey, what's this about? He says something about it. He hates our capitalist nation and he if he could, he would drop an EMP on the whole thing and just wipe it all out and start all over.
Whoa, like, radical views.
You know what I said? Here's a flyer. You should call me and come on the show.
Yeah.
I would love to talk to you. I haven't heard from him yet. I gave him my number and my name, and if he calls me, he calls me. I would love to have him here to talk about it. Like, let's hear these ideas. I think you're probably crazy.
Another way we're to get demonetized if we ever start.
These guys are so...
radicals.
They're talking to, like, homeless radicals.
Homeless radicals. I'd like to do a show about the VA, too.
About the VA?
Yeah.
That's a subject you'd have to take the lead on, my friend.
That's fine. Well, it's not more so the VA. It is... Well, it stems from the Kaepernick issue. Kneeling during the American flag. Saying it disrespects our people who fought for it. But yet the 22 veterans who kill themselves every day isn't disrespectful by what we put them through for a war that doesn't need to even fucking happen.
What do they say? Like the veterans right now are there's more suicide deaths than there were people that actually died in combat.
And then you have the whole VA scandal thing that happened, where people are actually dying because they're not getting to their treatment. And that even goes over to, I guess, universal health care. Because if they're in such a long waiting list to get to treatment, that's what universal healthcare does. That's why a lot of people from Canada come down to America to get procedures because there's such a long waiting list. So, I mean, I think it's very controversial because people are always, I'm for our veterans, I'm for our troops, but I'm not going to do anything here at home soil for them. I'm just going to type a Facebook post and profile picture. I support the troops.
Pat myself on the back for it.
Yeah.
Hey, woo! I got 3 likes.
And it's really big to me just because my dad's a veteran from Vietnam, and back then when they came home, it wasn't I support my troops. Is you're a murderer and a baby killer.
They were demonized, for sure.
But now all of a sudden, hey, we support you, but I don't care about what's going on with your medical or how the government's treating you or the 22 that kill themselves every day. I don't care about that. Let's make sure people know that I support you on Facebook.
Or probably don't know about it, to be honest.
True.
I mean, but I'm not saying it makes it any better, but
if you truly support your veterans, though, you need to truly support them. Yeah. Not even completely financially, but fighting for the things, making people aware of the situation.
There's just a lot of information out there that people just they need to know, but is being kept from them, and they don't know.
But that's the thing, though.
And once they do know, people do tend to change,
Yeah, but with so much information readily available out there, like there's a company called Dog Tag Brewing Company. They make beer, but on every can is a short story of a veteran. That's fucking amazing. What a great way to... And a lot of their proceeds go towards helping veterans. The Wounded Warrior Project, things like that.
That's a free market solution. And I bet you they do a lot more than any kind of government program would do for them.
Yeah. That's why I don't like it. But then, you're going to have people who are out there, it was their choice. They volunteered. Well, you know what? If a lot of people don't volunteer, guess what's going to happen?
Draft.
Yes. Which I'm going to tell you this right now. If a draft happened, I don't care if I'm 40 years old. You're not taking either of my sons. You want somebody, you're to take me. End of story. I don't care if I got a bad knee or not. I guarantee I'll run laps around both my kids.
And if you're going to draft, you damn well better draft women too, equally.
Yes. Or else that's going to be a whole shit show itself.
No, it's not going to happen. Nobody's going to draft women. It'll be the men. The men fight the wars. It's biological nature. The men fight the wars. Yeah, but we're supposed to be taking care of the outside.
This whole
forces.
Centuries of war. I mean, it goes back to World War II is probably the last war you can argue legitly that was about freedom, because Hitler was kind of expanding. He had some good points. His terrible points very heavily outweighed those good ones.
It's like, yeah, Hitler, you were kind of a douche, but listen.
Kind of. But his expansion. Would he have really stopped in just Europe if he gained all that power? Probably not. Just from what history tells us, people like to conquer, and they don't just stay to one region. They're going to constantly spread out. So that's really the last war you can talk about that was truly about freedom. I mean, World War I, that's touchy because they said, Roosevelt knew about the impending attack on Pearl Harbor. They had intelligence say that they were to target Hawaii, and then he pulled out a bunch of naval carrier ships out of Hawaii, but just kept a minimal few there. Yeah. Let's not get into that. But then Vietnam wasn't about freedom. Korea wasn't about freedom. The Gulf War wasn't about freedom. The new Iraq and Afghanistan war isn't about freedom.
Yeah, it's about keeping the boogeyman alive.
True. Or just full-blown retaliation, which I'm still not true on because I really don't believe 19 people hijacked 4 fucking planes with some box cutters. I really don't believe that. And then one plane that was supposed to crash into the White House but didn't was taken down by civilians. If these guys were flying behind a locked cockpit door after they got the pilots out of it, how the fuck did they get to it?
I don't know.
We were able to hit the Pentagon.
You probably studied way more into that.
We were able to hit the Pentagon.
Tower 7, dude! Look at the Tower 7!
Yes, we were able to hit the Pentagon and both World Trade Towers. But magically, we weren't able to hit the White House. And this is in, areas around the most heavily protected.
Chemtrails.
Yes.
Flat Earth.
Area 51. Middle Earth. Not Lord of the Rings Middle Earth. Real Middle Earth.